Welcome to English Paper, the podcast where we break down English in a simple, practical, and powerful way. I'm your host, Alex, and today we're diving into a challenge that almost every English learner faces at some point: understanding fast English. You might feel comfortable when people speak slowly, but the moment native speakers start talking at their natural speed, everything becomes a blur. Words seem to disappear, sounds connect, and suddenly you feel lost. If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. And more importantly, this is something you can absolutely improve with the right approach. Let's begin by understanding the problem. Fast English is not just fast. Native speakers don't actually pronounce every word clearly and separately. Instead, they connect words, reduce sounds, and stress only the important parts of a sentence. For example, instead of saying, "What are you going to do?" clearly, a native speaker might say something like, "What you gonna do?" This is why, even if you know all the words, you still might not understand the sentence when it's spoken quickly. So today, I'm going to give you 6 powerful listening techniques that will train your ears and your brain to handle fast English with confidence. The first technique is listening for key words, not every word. Many learners make the mistake of trying to understand each and every word in a sentence. This is not how real listening works, even for native speakers. Instead, you should train yourself to catch the most important words, usually nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. These key words carry the core meaning of the sentence. For example, if someone says, "I was going to call you yesterday, but I got busy with work," you don't need to catch every word. If you hear call, yesterday, busy, and work, you already understand the main idea. Practice this by listening to short clips and writing down only the key words you hear. Over time, your brain will learn to focus on meaning instead of individual words. The second technique is training your ear with repetition. One of the most effective ways to improve listening is to listen to the same audio multiple times. The first time, you might understand very little. The second time, you'll catch more. By the third or fourth time, your brain starts recognizing patterns and sounds that were invisible before. Choose short audio clips, maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute, and listen repeatedly until you understand almost everything. This repetition builds familiarity with pronunciation, rhythm, and connected speech. Don't rush this process. Deep learning happens when you stay with one piece of audio and explore it fully. The third technique is learning connected speech. This is a game changer. Native speakers connect words together in natural speech, and this creates new sounds. For example, want to becomes wanna, going to becomes gonna, and did you becomes didja. Also, words can link together, like pick it up, sounding like pick it up. If you don't know these patterns, fast English will always sound confusing. Start studying common connected speech patterns and listen for them in real conversations. Once you become familiar with these sound changes, fast English will start to feel slower and clearer. The fourth technique is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately, almost like you are copying the speaker in real time. This is not just a speaking exercise, it's also a powerful listening technique. When you shadow, your brain has to process the sounds quickly and reproduce them. This trains your listening speed and improves your pronunciation at the same time. Start with slow audio, then gradually move to faster speech. Don't worry if you can't keep up at first. The goal is to push your limits and make your brain more flexible with real-time English. The fifth technique is using subtitles wisely. Subtitles can be helpful, but only if you use them correctly. First, listen to the audio without subtitles and try to understand as much as you can. Then, listen again with subtitles to check your understanding. This helps you notice what you missed. Finally, listen one more time without subtitles. This process strengthens your listening skills much more than just reading while listening. Be careful not to depend too much on subtitles, because in real life you won't have them. The sixth and final technique is consistent daily exposure. Improving your listening is not about one long study session, it's about daily practice. Even 15 to 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference if you are consistent. Listen to podcasts, watch videos, or even follow conversations in movies and TV shows. The key is to make English a part of your daily routine. Over time, your brain will naturally adapt to the speed and rhythm of the language. You'll start noticing that what once felt too fast now feels normal. Before we wrap up, let me give you an important mindset shift. Don't expect to understand everything immediately. Even advanced learners sometimes miss words when listening to fast speech. The goal is not perfection, it's progress. Focus on understanding more today than you did yesterday. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. To summarize, understanding fast English becomes easier when you focus on key words, practice repetition, learn connected speech, use shadowing, apply subtitles correctly, and expose yourself to English every day. These techniques work together to train your ears and your brain in a natural and effective way. That's it for today's episode of English Paper. I'm Alex, and I hope this session gave you clear direction and motivation to improve your listening skills. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and remember, every small step you take is building your fluency. I'll see you in the next episode.